One of the best parts about selling digital products is that you actually don't have to run ads when first starting out to make some sales. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't. In fact, you absolutely should run paid ads if you want to scale your digital product business, but you should only do it after you start getting some views and after you get your proof of concept, which is gonna be, just your first sale. And ideally, I recommend you not watch this video unless you've made already 10 sales. But if you have made 10 sales, let's hop on my computer. I'm gonna show you the exact simple remarketing strategy you can implement into your digital product business today, and that has made me tons of money, that could also make you tons of money. So let's get into it. Now that we are on my computer, we can go ahead and dive into the strategy that I wanna show you today on how you can start running ads to scale your digital product business without having to completely target just a brand new, fresh audience. Because when you're doing that, it's a little risky. You're spending money to reach people that have never seen you before. What you would consider a cold audience. But how can we take what you're already doing with your organic content, whether you're making $1,000 a month, $10,000 a month, or over $100,000 a month, you can follow this strategy to run ads that are much more predictable, that are basically higher likely to get you the sales you're looking for. So if you don't already, make sure you have a metapixel connected to your store. Now, if you're using a platform like Shopify, this is pretty simple. You go to business.facebook.com, you create a business account, you create a pixel, which will be over here in the events manager and data sources. And then you'll basically just be able to go to Shopify, you go to apps, meta, and then it'll connect the pixel. Now, a pixel essentially is just what tracks the data. So if I'm on your store and I add something to cart, or I go to checkout, or I purchase, then that data is tracked, and I'm tracked specifically as a person doing that certain action. So what we're going to do is take people that have kind of engaged with us a little bit, and then we're going to go ahead and start marketing to them. Now, what you also need to keep in mind as well is that your pixel, as it collects more data and you start to run ads, it should optimize a bit better as it learns more about who it is specifically that's interested in your products and your brand. So once you're there, you have an ad account. This is an ad account. This is where we'll actually be setting up a campaign. You're gonna go over here to all tools and go over to audiences, which is what I'm doing right now. And then once you have this open, this simple strategy with what we're gonna do is actually start out here with creating a custom audience. So as you can see, there's all these different options here on what we could do. Now, to keep it simple here, what I recommend you doing is actually going here to video, because with organic marketing, you should be posting short form content under 90 seconds on your Instagram page and on TikTok and maybe another platform that I didn't mention. But for this advertising strategy itself, we're using the views we're getting from Instagram and Facebook on our videos to actually remarket those people, because they're already somewhat familiar with us. And now we're just going to basically pay to put our offer and our value in front of them. And in return, we're expecting a profitable return. And we'll talk more about what numbers you should look for and stuff here pretty soon. So once you go to video, you're just going to press next. And then we're going to choose content type. And now a lot of people will say choose people who have viewed at least 3 seconds of your video. But I say 10 seconds, because 3 seconds is honestly just anybody who just sees it and basically sees it and scrolls. I prefer to choose 10 seconds just because these are going to be more quality viewers that are more familiar with us, more familiar with our content, and at the end of the day, more likely to purchase. And if they only viewed 3 seconds compared to 10, maybe they aren't our ideal customer. The people that have the pain points that my or your digital products solves. So let's click this. And then we're going to go here and choose videos. Now, once you're here, this is for the fulfillment center. I'm just going to go to Instagram business profile. And this is just for an example connected to our page at Digital Dropshippers. And you can see here 3-second video views. And these are all the views on the Instagram of 3 seconds from videos we've posted. So obviously we chose 10-second views as the custom audience we want to make. But what we're going to do is literally just go through here and click all of these. So as you go through, you go to the next page. Now, I'm not going to do all of them here because I'm not going to waste your time. But then I would click confirm after I have all of my videos. We're going to do retention, And honestly, we're just gonna keep this to 30 days to start out. And we're gonna name this IG 10-second video views 30 days. And we're gonna create audience. And now once we've created our audience, now we have everybody in the last 30 days from the videos I selected that have viewed 10 seconds or more of one of those videos. Now, one thing you have to do is as you continue to post on these platforms, let's say like Instagram, you're gonna have to update this audience by clicking on it and going to edit, and then you're gonna have to go edit videos and select all of your new videos. So as you get more views, the audience will update, but it won't select your new videos. So you have to do that yourself. Now, once we have this right here, this is gonna populate. Obviously it would be a bigger number if I selected all of the videos, and then what we're gonna do is actually go ahead and create our first lookalike. So a lookalike is essentially where Meta will take a custom audience, a source that you've created, and find similar people to those who have followed the tendencies of watching 10 seconds of your videos and create a bigger audience of that. Now, you see the percentage scale here. Basically, 1% is going to be, the highest quality, and 10% is going to be a bigger, more broad audience. So what we're going to actually do is choose the audience we just made as our source. It's going to be right here. And then for the region, I'm just going to start out with the United States. I recommend you just do one country at a time. And then we're going to do 1% just to keep it simple here. And now we have created our first lookalike audience. And you can see how simple this is. It's really just a few clicks at the end of the day. So now we have is this right here. And then we have our lookalike. And one thing you'll do is you'll have a pixel installed. So what you'll also be able to do is go to custom audience, website, next. Now, I don't have my pixel, but you can see the name of it right here. And what'll happen is whenever you get to this page, you'll be able to choose an event. So it'll say, do you want page view, add to cart, initiate checkout, or purchase? And what I want you to do is just create a custom audience that says purchase, and you're gonna choose it to show for 180-day range. So this is gonna be a custom audience of people that have purchased from your store in the last 180 days. Now, even if you don't have any sales, you're just starting out, don't worry, you still wanna do it this way, because when you do start making sales, then you wanna make sure that we aren't retargeting people to purchase who have already purchased from us. So now that we have the audience right here, we're gonna go back to the ad account ads manager. This is where you actually create your campaigns. And you can see right here, I have my columns set up a certain way so I can look at certain KPIs, which is key performance indicators. I'm not too much of a nitty-gritty analytical person, but these are the types of columns that I find the most value in when I'm looking at. So amount spent is just simply gonna show us how much we're spending. Our conversion value is okay. If we spent $100, how much do we make back? Is it 200? Is it 500? What is it? Frequency is going to be a number that shows, probably between 1 to 3 for you, showing how many times your ad is being shown to the same person. CPM, click-through rate, cost per click. Now, I don't want you to worry too much about these numbers right now because they're irrelevant until you start spending money and getting results. But if you want to copy these columns right here, just click on columns in your ads manager, customize columns, and then you can just search in here and select everything I have, and you'll be good to go. Now, you may see right here, one of the things I also do is when you select it, this will be a checkbox, but I don't do that. Uncheck it, so that way it's all adding up here into one column. Simple as that. But now, let's actually create the campaign, okay? So you're probably, if you're watching this right now, you're probably making some sales and you're doing organic marketing, but you really don't know the best way to start running paid ads without, burning money. So once you click on create campaign, you're gonna see these different objectives. Now, you're gonna wanna click sales. And this has been a big debate since I started running Facebook ads years and years ago. People would say optimize for sales. People would say optimize for page views or link clicks. But what happens is I see a lot of beginners make this mistake. They start running ads optimizing for link clicks, thinking that's going to make them sales. But what happens is when you optimize your objective of the campaign for something like traffic right here, link clicks, then basically you will get a ton of clicks, a lot of people to your website, but those aren't going to be people that convert because Meta is showing your ad to people that are highly likely to click. They like to click on a bunch of things, so that's who it's going to show them to. So that's why we optimize for sales and conversions, because what we're looking for is purchases for our business. And when you do optimize for this objective, your cost will be a little bit higher as far as how much it costs to reach 1,000 people, your CPM, which is one of our columns there. but it's a higher quality audience. You get what you pay for at the end of the day, and that's what we're focusing on. So then we're gonna click continue, and now we have our first campaign in draft, and we're just gonna fill out the details of this strategy I'm explaining right now. So we'll get to the name here in a second. All we're gonna do now is go to the ad set you see right here, and you're gonna see website. This is what we're gonna be choosing. Now you will have your pixel installed here, and it's going to allow you to click. There'll be a little thing here that says, what do you want to optimize for? Is it for add to carts? Is it for checkouts or purchases? And you're going to choose purchases, okay? And once you have that set, you're gonna have your budget. This is your daily budget. Now, since what we're doing is a form of retargeting, then you aren't going to be able to, even if you wanted to, spend $100 a day, $1,000 a day, unless you're getting a ton of views. Because essentially what will happen is, let's say we have an audience that we just created. Let's say this audience here is 10,000 people, and we set our budget to $100 a day. What will happen is we have so much of a daily budget, but not that big of an audience to where Meta will be spending that budget, but they'll just be showing the ad to the same people. So what I recommend you do is start with a little bit of a lower budget. If your audience of your 10-second video viewers last 30 days on all of your videos is less than 10,000, then what I would recommend doing is setting it literally just to $5 to start. Very, very simple, $5 to start. Now, if it's anything over that, you could start around $20 a day and go from there. But as you start to run ads, you just have to pay attention and make sure your frequency isn't getting, over, I would say 4 is where it could become an issue and you're kind of just wasting money. But anyways, coming back here to the budget, let's just leave this 20 as an example. We're just gonna go ahead and leave this time for the start date. But I will say, if you are setting up a campaign and let's say it's past 6 p.m. your time, then what I would do is just schedule it for the next day. Because what will happen is, whenever we publish this campaign, it'll go into review. And sometimes if you're on a new account, it can take some time for it to get approved. And while you're waiting for it to get approved, maybe by the time it does, it's, let's say 10 p.m. Then Meta is going to spend your entire budget in those last 2 hours of the day and then reset, which is what we don't want to happen. We want it to spend over a longer period of time, and which is why ideally you want to set a budget that you can let spend for at least 3 days without worrying about it, because that'll give us enough time to be able to see the results, see the data, see what's happening, to know what we should do next. We're gonna raise the budget and scale it. Do we need to change something in the strategy, or what is it? And I mean, that's another topic of conversation. But now here in custom audiences, what we're gonna do is choose here for this first ad set is this right here. This is just our 10-second video views, 30 days. And what we're gonna do is actually uncheck this, because this is retargeting. Essentially, when you have this checked is where Meta will find more people, kind of like a lookalike, that are similar to these people, but we are retargeting. So specifically people that have viewed videos on our page in the last 30 days, 10 seconds worth, and then what you'll do is click exclude, and this is where you would put your purchase audience, custom audience that we talked about making, but I don't have the pixel connected because this is just a demo account, so I don't have that here, but that's where you would put this. So basically what you're doing is we're running this ad right here, which we'll get to the creative in a second. We're running an ad that's going to show directly to people who have viewed our videos but not purchased from our brand. Now, this could be for a multitude of reasons. Maybe they just didn't even know we had an offer. Maybe they haven't seen it enough times to want to, look at it, or maybe they have another, reasoning behind it. But this way, at least, we're putting in front of their face and, focusing on getting a conversion. And this is, one of my favorite but most simple strategies just for retargeting. And now what we're doing here, United States, keeping it simple. Like I said, I like to start on your one main country, because if you just do worldwide for your video views, oftentimes you'll be spending money to target a lot of countries and traffic from people that have viewed your videos but aren't likely to convert, because with your organic marketing, people all around the world are seeing your videos. So we're just going to leave this United States for now, and age as well. I mean, it's such a small audience already for this example at least, that I'm not going to change the age, but let's say if I had, millions of 10-second video views in the last 30 days and I knew my offer is more specifically for, let's say, an older demographic, then maybe I would change this age range up a little bit. Now, detailed targeting, it's not going to expand because we have this unchecked, and we're not targeting anything else here. Next, we're just going to leave this how it is, recommended placements. But if you don't know what placements are, it's essentially you can just choose it to only show on Instagram stories or Facebook stories or whatever. But just starting out, especially for retargeting like this, you keep it simple, all placements. Really, Facebook and results prefer more of a broad strategy, not getting super specific on every little detail like it used to be. Now, the next part here is the ad itself. And honestly, this is what really matters the most, okay? So with advertising right now, the strategy is important, but your ad creative is more important because that's what people are actually going to be seeing from the money we're spending here on ads. So what I recommend doing, because this is kind of what I call first touch retargeting. These are people that have viewed our stuff, but they haven't purchased yet. We're just gonna call it a first touch and not trying to sell them with some urgency or scarcity, like, hey, get our product, it's 50% off, get our product while it's on sale right now. No, we're not doing any of that. That's another type of retargeting for certain situations, but for this is first touch. It's kind of like, okay, I've seen their content, and then they're gonna see our ad, they're gonna be like, oh, I remember seeing this page, I remember seeing this video, oh, they have this product that does that. And if they have the pain points that your digital product solves, they're going to be inclined to, either go back and look at your page or go to the offer. But what creative do you actually put here? And what I recommend, since this is first touch, this is very, very, simple retargeting. We're not trying to have someone get annoyed by us, because the moment we have someone turn off against us is the moment that we lose them forever. So we don't want to do that. Instead, we want to focus on what we're already doing with organic by continuing to push our content that we already know works, but to a specific person that actually has seen us before. So with this first touch retargeting, what I want you to do is actually download, and you can use, if you just go to Google and look up, video downloader from Instagram or from TikTok, wherever your most popular content is that's valuable, is where I would literally take that. I would choose your top 5 videos, download them, and you're going to upload them here as videos, but it's going to be separate. So right now there's only one video, but what we're going to do here is give it options so people just aren't always seeing the same exact video. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, I'm sure you've actually seen this before, especially on TikTok ads. I see a lot of individuals where they will run, some of their popular videos on TikTok as an ad, because it's already proven to get engagement. It's proven to work. So we're just going to run it as an ad because we know it works. We know it gets engagement, and we just want to, keep warming up our audience. This is what you're doing. You're nurturing your audience and providing them value, making sure they still remember you, they still see you, because, the organic platforms are amazing, but, we're also at the discretion of them. They could stop showing our videos to certain people or to everybody if they wanted to. So this is a way for us to just make sure we're always still in front of the faces of these people and remarketing. Now, what you're going to do is choose your Instagram page, your Facebook page here that you have, that you've created, and in each of these ads is where you would be uploading the video. Right here, you click Add Media, Add Video, and you would upload your video. And now you're probably wondering, okay, well, I upload my video, what do I put as the text and the call to action and the link? So what I want you to do is, for your link, just link this to your homepage of your website, not the product page, just the homepage. Keep it simple. Put the homepage here, call to action, just leave it learn more, keep it simple. And then the primary text, this is kind of like your copy. What are the words above the ad or below the ad if it's on Instagram that they're going to see? And this is where I would put my tagline for my digital dropshipping brand. So, if it's, I don't know what you could say, we solve real life problems with digital solutions. That's what I talk about for our mastery program challenge we do. But if you're doing something more so about health or for cooking or for, how to make money reselling guitars, you'll have a different catch line. So you could even say here, start learning how to make money by flipping guitars, and then you would just paste your link. Like, Literally, keep it one sentence. I promise you. Don't be a perfectionist on this side and try and make the perfect, fanciest sentence in the world. Keep it plain Jane simple, because when things are easily readable is when people will really understand what it is you're saying. So many people new to running ads and marketing will try and make the most we here at Guitar Flippers Inc. are the most well-known, extraordinary, wildly profitable, best company in the world. Like things like that, just trying to use fancy words and sound, I don't know what you call it, preposterous. I don't think that's the right word. But just trying to make things fancy. But no, keep it simple. Put the line there. Put your call to action. Learn more at the link. Okay? And now you're basically just paying to put your videos connected to your website to keep putting these pieces of content that are already, have more views than your other pieces of content, the top 5 that stand out. And you're pushing those to those people, warming them up, nurturing them. They are much more likely to purchase, maybe not the first time they see the ad, but maybe the second or the third time. And the thing is, since you're retargeting here, you have a lower budget, but you're just reaching these people, and reaching these people. And what's amazing is, this is a huge snowball effect because, okay, let's say we do this and we publish it. Simple enough. Now what? This is only retargeting. How do we reach new people so that we can spend more on retargeting and keep getting sales and scale from there? Literally do the same exact thing. I could duplicate this ad set, but instead of my retargeting audience, what I'm going to do is do my lookalike. Now, so far in the other ad set, we were only targeting people that have already watched our videos, but now, using that lookalike we created earlier, this will be targeting people that are similar, have similar demographics, similar tendencies to those that watch the videos. And what's great about this is if these people are truly similar to those that have already watched your videos and you're actually putting out content that is valuable and attracts your ideal customer, not just what I call static content, where you're just clickbaiting people, then you will see that these are a very, very quality audience, and they will start to engage with your ads, and you go from there. Now, a lot of people ask me, how do I scale my ads? We had someone earlier this year do over 200 grand in 1 month after he did around 70,000 just organically on TikTok and Instagram. And my simplest thing to say is do more of what's working and less of what's not. And really, it's not much more complicated than that. What I want you to do is, after you use this strategy and make your first sale with it, send me that result on Instagram at Digital Dropshippers so I can see it and answer any questions you have, and potentially help you scale this to the next level, because digital products are amazing. One of the best reasons why is because you only have to get over a 1x return on your ads to be profitable, which is unheard of in the physical product world. Because technically, with the digital product that has no recurring cost is only margin. We have to just make more than what we're spending on the ads, even if it's just a little bit. Now, of course, there are some things I'm not talking about, like payment processing fees, a couple percent, but think about this. If we spent $100 on this campaign and it made us $200 in sales, roughly that's about $200 in profit after we deduct payment processing fees. So then it would be, $80, $90, whatever that number is. So if you can just keep doing that, spending more and more and more, is where it really starts to get fun, and there's a lot of cool levels to unlock. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a big like, comment, and subscribe.